I wished I could have knocked him out at the start. But as we saw, he came to my ears and whispered, "Please be easy on me." He thought I'm Mike Tyson and I will follow his script 40 seconds after I broke the clown's jaw. We are boxers, not content creators.
Like, they're suing me for something I didn't do. It's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking...
The ending already exploded because Jake Paul isn't just dealing with a knockout anymore. He's now staring at a possible Netflix lawsuit that could destroy his entire boxing setup. And no, this doesn't feel random. Just moments before lawyers entered the picture, this fight was sold as the biggest legitimacy test of Jake's life. Instead, that same night exposed fragile contracts, bruised egos, and a business built more on hype than control.
I heard that Gervonta Davis was being very difficult to work with and Netflix was just waiting for a reason.
Yeah, we think he broke his jaw. He's fine. We met with Netflix afterwards. He took a shower. He drove himself to the hospital. A broken jaw is very common in sports, particularly in boxing or MMA, and I think the recovery time from the...
Jake Paul being sued by Netflix wouldn't be an afterthought. It would be the result of a billion-dollar platform realizing they gambled on chaos and lost. You could feel it when the Joshua fight ended. This wasn't influencer boxing anymore. It was sold as serious heavyweight business with judges, doctors, executives, and global attention. When a machine that big feels embarrassed, it doesn't tweet, it sues.
And not only did you not get knocked out, you dropped and said, "Wow." I was like, wow, that was nice. I was on the ground, I was like, that was a good shot.
Did he surprise you with his power?
To be honest, no, but I mean, he surprised my jaw.
Look at how fast everything flipped. One moment Jake walks in with fearless branding turned all the way up. The next, executives are reportedly asking why the product they paid for turned into hospital footage and cancelled plans. And here's the unsettling part. There are whispers that what Netflix expected and what they got were very different things. Someone knows more than they're saying.
Looks like Jake Paul is trying to bait him into something, but he's the one that's hit the canvas twice in this round. Incredible.
Anthony Joshua didn't just beat Jake Paul, he removed the safety rails. And once those were gone, every promise got re-examined. Joshua wasn't a retired name or a gimmick opponent. He was a real, dangerous heavyweight. The moment Jake started circling instead of pressing forward, the panic slowly appeared. Quiet, subtle, and impossible to reverse.
I love this shit and I'm gonna come back and get a world championship belt at some point.
Are you surprised you went 6 rounds with the former 2-time unified heavyweight champion?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. I just got tired, to be honest. Like, it was just so much.
This is where the experience gap became brutal. Joshua never even left second gear. That's the scary part. The danger was controlled, not accidental. When a champion chooses patience over spectacle, it means he already knows the ending and is simply choosing when to reveal it. That decision landed in round 5 like a blade.
I'm a little fucked up. But will you take care of me forever and ever?
I started talking crap to AJ at one point.
I was trying to get his head. I think I pissed him off. What were you doing? I was just saying fuck him.
Those knockdowns didn't just drop Jake. They shattered the illusion. They weren't lucky shots. They came from fatigue, fear, and accumulation. By round 6, this wasn't about bravery anymore. It was biology. And the body always tells the truth, even when branding tries to hide it.
Then he broke my brother's jaw. He exposed his jaw.
Yeah?
You don't care though, Jake's having a fucking blast.
We'll see him back again for sure?
Yeah.
The broken jaw changed everything. You can't meme away titanium plates. You can't caption your way out of bone damage. Watching Jake turn hospital footage into content was the moment the crowd shifted. Confidence looks different when it's earned versus when it's borrowed. And suddenly this felt borrowed from a system that finally said no.
Now, you asked me a question. Look, it wasn't the best performance. It wasn't the best. The end goal was to get Jake Paul, pin him down, and hurt him. That has been the request.
Here's the real-time bomb. Netflix didn't just lose one fight night. They allegedly lost an entire future plan. The cancelled Gervonta Davis bout wasn't a rumor. It involved infrastructure, sponsors, and projections already locked in. When something like that gets pulled, platforms don't call it personal choice. They call it breach.
Thank you very much. I'm here with the winner, Anthony Joshua. Anthony, congratulations on the win. How would you describe that fight?
Well, first of all, I want to give love to the crowd, everyone that came out. I really do appreciate everyone in this venue.
A $100 million lawsuit doesn't come from confusion. It comes from anger and the word willful being used. That word matters. It means someone knew the consequences and moved forward anyway. If that's proven, it doesn't just hurt Jake. It damages his trust with every serious promoter watching quietly.
Because it's a civil lawsuit and it's just allegations. It's not criminal. So there must be some.
Ask yourself honestly, why would a company like Netflix burn a profitable relationship unless something went seriously wrong behind the scenes? This isn't coincidence. The smiles disappeared instantly. The conversation shifted from punches to paperwork. And when suits replace gloves, the fight is already over.
Jake Paul, he's done really well tonight. I want to give him his props. He got up time and time again. It was difficult in there for him, but he kept on trying to find a way.
This is where the legacy damage really begins. Losing to Joshua was survivable. Losing platform trust is radioactive. Sponsors don't complain loudly. They disappear. Future negotiations become colder and harsher. Once you're labeled unreliable, that mark doesn't wash off, no matter how loud your fan base is.
I don't like it. Even Anthony Joshua had some class and, apologized to me.
Did he really?
Yeah. He worked his way through the crowd and came up to me and said, "Mom, just know it's just boxing.
He said it's the fight game.
It's just the fight game."
Obviously.
Another detail that stands out is how calm Joshua looked afterward. Calm winners don't feel threatened. Threatened people don't sue. They move on, but Netflix didn't move on. They escalated. That suggests this isn't about ego. It's about control slipping and someone trying to grab it back before more cracks appear. And don't ignore the noise about other fighters being difficult. When multiple names start appearing together, it usually means contracts were stretched thin. One break exposes tension everywhere. If one deal collapses, others get audited line by line. Legal discovery is messy. Emails, texts, and private conversations don't stay hidden forever. Narratives collapse fast once documents surface. This story doesn't feel finished. The fight didn't end in round 6. It just changed locations. Now the pressure isn't coming from a heavyweight punch. It's coming from corporate memory and legal force. And those don't get tired. The Joshua fight wasn't the problem. It was the trigger. Systems don't collapse from one punch unless they were already under strain. Jake's career has long lived in the gap between confidence and competence. Confidence sells tickets. Competence keeps partners calm. Once Joshua exposed that gap, everyone stopped asking how big the next event could be and started asking how much damage control would cost. There's a difference between losing a fight and disrupting a corporate roadmap. Fighters lose all the time. But when a fighter becomes central to a platform strategy, personal decisions create institutional consequences. Netflix didn't enter boxing for chaos. They entered for predictable scale.